We've always got to be a little bit careful with documentation because the fact that somebody is mentioned in a document doesn't necessarily mean that it's a document of serious substance. And so it turns out the FBI papers which have been released don't necessarily say everything that some of the social media commentators would like to promote. So, FBI papers documenting Prince Philip's links to the Profumo scandal reveal that his name was mentioned in connection with Christine Keeler and Mandy Davies. These are two young girls who got involved with Stephen Ward and with the then minister Profumo, who was forced to resign because of links also that these girls had to a Russian diplomat, and therefore a spy scandal. The central figures of this scandal: John Profumo, the Secretary of State for War, who had a sexual relationship with Christine Keeler when she was involved with the Soviet naval attaché, raising national concerns, national security concerns at the height of the Cold War. Now, there's always been a rumour that Prince Philip or a senior royal was present in the parties that Stephen Ward was throwing and was in some way involved. The FBI's interest in Prince Philip comes from a rumour reported by Thomas Corbally, an American businessman involved in industrial espionage, and he claimed that Philip was linked to Keeler and Davies, that Philip was also having a relationship with them. This information was included in a memo written by the FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover, who of course was only too happy to collect tittle-tattle on anyone. It was sent to the US Embassy in London on the 20th of June 1963, and it's now come to light. That doesn't actually mean there's any evidence. It means the rumour became in some way official, that J. Edgar Hoover, not a person without skeletons in his own closet, should we say, was speculating about other people. Now, this isn't in any way to whitewash Prince Philip, but it is to say that the stories which are emerging on YouTube particularly are not necessarily what they appear to be. This is about a memo that has recorded gossip. It's not about a factual piece of evidence. It's not about a photograph. It's not about testimony. It's about a rumour which is recorded. Now, the rumour doesn't make anyone look good, but it is still just a rumour. And while these allegations were never proven, and there's no conclusive evidence of Prince Philip's involvement with Christine Keeler or Mandy Davies, well, he would say that, wouldn't he? The rumours were significant enough to be recorded in official FBI documents, contributing, therefore, to the scandal's intrigue, its lasting impact, or its new impact, on British politics and society. And I don't think these rumours are coming out at a time which is propitious, and I think they're going to do further damage to the monarchy at a time when the monarchy is already tottering. There's talk about an assassination attempt on the Princess of Wales. There's further talk about the disintegration of the relationship between Prince William, Prince Harry, the King, and lots of speculation. And I'll come to some of that speculation a little later today, I think, because Dan Wootton particularly has been stirring the pot, and Dan Wootton is he's an interesting character, not without his own scandals and sensationalism. As I say, I'll try and come to that a little later today. And of course, the other exciting thing today is there will be the first Prime Minister's questions to take place since Sir Keir Starmer became Prime Minister. And so he'll be squaring off with Rishi Sunak across the dispatch box. And it will be interesting to see whether Rishi Sunak maintains this new benign character or whether he is further invested with SPAD advice, or I imagine the SPADs have gone. I imagine he's pretty well on his own now. And I think it would be interesting to see just how much Sir Keir Starmer changes, or if he changes for the better, under the influence of SPADs and advisors in Number 10. But Rishi Sunak certainly changed for the worse, and it's a relief to see him slowly merging back into reality. It's a shame he didn't inhabit that place while he was Prime Minister. And I think it's a lesson for Prime Ministers to try to retain some authenticity, because it's the authenticity which presumably got them into the job in the first place. And if they're just going to become the mouthpiece, the tool of advisors, then maybe it's better not to have a physical human being in the job at all. It is the degeneration of a member, a limp and lifeless memory of humanity.